Like I said earlier, y'all be so cutthroat and mean to people online, but you are too scared to go up to the counter of a fast food restaurant and order your meal. Yes, all of this for a freaking Disney Channel original movie fandom. All of this. People are freaking nuts. That's why I'm like... in person. Like, these people literally are putting on a fake persona for followers and attention. You need to understand that you cannot treat people like trash and expect them to help you out in return. That's just not how it works, honey. I'm sorry. You don't even have your face out on the internet. Nobody knows who you are or what you do. You know that line in Hamilton? No one knows who you are or what you do. Exactly. Nobody knows you. You shouldn't be doing that in any kind of fandom. But I noticed that the worst fandoms are the ones that are made for shows and movies and whatnot targeted towards children. I was talking about, like, that's the problem with a lot of these stan accounts, is that they have too much power for putting on a fake persona. Hey y'all, it's Harriyanna and I'm back with another video. That's bothering me. Hold up. Okay, we're better. I don't know why I hate when my poster is in the way. But yeah, can y'all guess who I am today? I am harriyannahook. Costume. Harriyannahook is the costume today. Y'all, I wanted to cry. I lost my hook necklace and I forgot I bought an H necklace because I knew I would lose my hook necklace one day. But you know what? It's replaceable. I can get another one. But yes, I am harriyannahook. You are on harriyannahook's pirate ship. I don't know what you're in for. You're in for something. I am the captain and you are not my face mate. So thank you guys for 40K. We hit 40K this morning and I screamed like, oh my God. We hit 40K. I know. I'm still mind blown every time that number rises and rises and rises. Like, people actually like me. Thank y'all. I really do appreciate you guys. Like I said, you guys have changed my life drastically and I love and adore all of you. So today's video, before we even get into it, you know what we always got to do, you know, the Patreon. Please go support if you can. Anything really helps. It's just like, we're gonna be having a lot of fun over there during winter break and I don't want any of you guys to miss out on that. But yeah, and also with today's hair, because I know a lot of y'all be saying y'all look forward to what my hair looks like, but we got some Cindy Berman action going on right here. Like Black Cindy Berman. If you know who Cindy Berman is, comment down below. I want to see how many people actually know who she is. I'm not even gonna say the show she came from, but if you know who Cindy Berman is, and yes, you read the title of this video correctly. Like, yes, it's ugly. It's so ugly. We're going to be talking about internet drama and it's a bit spooky because a lot of this stuff is like unsolved mysteries. No, actually all 4 of the cases I'm talking about are unsolved. So it's like Harriyanna takes on unsolved mysteries, Stan Twitter edition. Today's video idea is that I realized last week that today, the day I'm filming this, October 11th, this was the day of the emoblackthot reveal. And if you don't know what emoblackthot was, we gonna get into that. We're saving the worst for last. Not the best for last. Okay, it's the best story for last, but it's literally the worst one because of all that happened. Because people were actually put in danger with this person. There were people put in danger with the other people too, but this one, it just like, I think it's because it's the most known one. That's why I'm saving it for last. Because I want y'all to hear about all the other ones first. Because the other ones are freaking crazy. Like, that fiasco shook all of social media. Like, people on Instagram and Tumblr were talking about it. Like, you know, you messed up really, really bad. And people on Tumblr are talking about you. Tumblr, we just be vibing on our own, minding our own freaking business. You really messed up if you getting dragged on Tumblr in 2020. Y'all, please go follow me on Instagram when I drop these harriyannahook pictures because I can't post them in a minute because I have to do my Black History post next and I'm not skipping that because y'all need to learn, y'all need to stay educated. So yeah, this gonna be up in a few days, just not tomorrow. But when the emoblackthot stuff happened, it honestly reminded me that this is not the first time a Twitter troll has literally shook the internet. Like, there are numerous stories of Twitter trolls just doing the most. But these 4 stories right here literally affected me because I was like somewhat in cahoots with them. Not like I didn't know them, but I knew about a lot of stuff that was going on because it was stuff that I was actually into. Now, You know what? Let's go ahead. I'm going to shut up and let's just get into the video. As we know what Stan Twitter is, you don't know what Stan Twitter is. Before I even begin, Stan Twitter has literally turned into something that it really wasn't. Stan Twitter is honestly just Tumblr, but more mainstream. Tumblr is usually like where a lot of communities are, like a lot of people go to express their likes and dislikes for things like fandoms and whatnot. Yeah, Stan Twitter is just basically gentrified Tumblr, if that makes sense. It's like a more mainstream version of Tumblr, and it's a community where people just talk about things that are including but not limited to music, celebrities, TV, movies, films, comic books, cartoons, etc. Whatever can have a stan base, there is one. Literally, there's a lot of things that have stan bases, and I'm so surprised. So I feel like part of the reason why Stan Twitter became such a big thing is like Stan Twitter always been around since the beginning of Twitter, but like why it's more of like a prominent thing now is because way more celebrities are on Twitter than they are on Tumblr. I don't think I know of any like celebrity. I know Avin Jokia has a Tumblr. He barely be on it. It's like a lot of celebrities barely use Tumblr nowadays. Like it's mainly Twitter and Instagram, and they barely use Twitter because you know when they mess up, Twitter be ready to rock them, which contributes into why I don't have a Twitter. I don't have a Twitter because mainly because people can just be really, really mean on this. Like I remember people were, but like I didn't find out about this. This is part of the reason why I still don't have one. Like I know it's the past and whatnot, but I'm still just kind of aware of it. That there were people from my high school like bullying me on Twitter and like making memes of me and things like that. It has something to do with my prom look, and it just really upsetted me, and it just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, and why I never really wanted to get on Twitter anyway, because people like to do things, they like to do things for retweets and attention and followers just to get like laughs and stuff when they really don't know that they truly could be hurting somebody on the other end. Which has to do a lot with the stuff we are going to talk about today. And also, like, I really just kind of like not being non-existent. Like, I really enjoy the fact that a lot of my high school graduating class don't know who I am and they forgot who I am. I want to keep it that way. It's probably not going to stay that way much longer because I want to, you know, act, and I do act. I want to, like, make films and things like that. But I'm enjoying it while I can, and I'm avoiding having Twitter as much as I can. Like if something comes up and I do have to make Twitter, I don't know how I'll feel. But yeah, if you just want to see me like technically tweet, just go follow me on Tumblr. Like if you just want to see my thoughts, feelings, and what goes on in my brain, just follow me on Tumblr. Yeah, in Tumblr I can go over there and talk my mess in peace. Moving on from Tumblr, I do lurk on Twitter from time to time, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like to go and see what's going on over there. It don't got nothing to do with me, but I like to go over there sometimes to look to see what's going on. Mainly just kind of like, if I see there's like something trending on Instagram, like all this like Megan Thee Stallion stuff, I would go and just search it up on Twitter and I would take a good look at it. I'm like, oh, this is what happened, okay? Like, just kind of like in the know. I hate this unpopular opinion, but Twitter is actually a good place to find news at. It's actually a good place to find news. But other than that, I don't use it. I don't have one. I can live without it and don't need it. Like, Stan Twitter was cute at first. Actually, it was never cute. It just wasn't as bad until we got the birth of internet trolls. And basically, the reason I call these people internet trolls is because they act no way near they do online than they do in person. Like, these people literally are putting on a fake persona for followers and attention. It was cute at first, but then I noticed that people were getting too bold behind screens. That's literally why a lot of people hate Stan Twitter in general, is because y'all be saying stuff that will get you knocked out. Like, you can literally get your teeth knocked out. You will get your nose busted by a lot of stuff y'all be saying on the internet. But y'all know good and well y'all too scared to order your own food at a restaurant. I personally think an internet troll is anybody that just likes to start a ruckus online for no freaking reason whatsoever. And a lot of the times, fandoms are like the easiest way you can find an internet troll. Like, and 9 times out of 10, internet trolls don't show their face. That's why I feel like a lot of people should not take internet trolls seriously, because they just punks. They won't show their face, but they'll be quick to run their mouth and cause a ruckus. Like, we don't do that. We don't do that over here on The Pirate Ship. Now, a lot of these accounts that I'm talking about, actually all 4 of these people that I'm talking about, they have deleted their accounts, their stan accounts. So please, please, please just know that I am not lying about anything that I'm saying. All of this is coming from memory. Like really 2 of the people, the things I'm talking about is coming from memory. The other 2 people, you can still find things online about them. But the other 2, you do type their name in, there will be some stuff that does pop up about them, but the actual account is gone. So please, please take my word for it. I am not lying about anything that I'm saying. I will put the names of these people across the screen when I am talking about them, because I want y'all to to show that, to prove that I'm not really lying. Y'all can search the name if you want to, look it up and see if you can find anything about it. If you guys can find anything about any of these people right now, please tell me, because like it's getting weird. It's getting really weird. Y'all, my lips, I need some lip gloss before I begin, because if there ain't nothing on your phone, let me check it. Let me check it. Let me check it. Go stream Let Me Check It by Coco Jones if you love me. Okay, we gotta support sis still. I mean it when I said I actually started listening to her music. She has great music. Anyway, we're getting way off topic. Way off topic. But Stan Twitter has contributed to like good things, because Stan Twitter has made people talking about Coco Jones's problems. That's a good thing. But you know, we're gonna get into the bad, because you know, I'm a messy person that lives for drama when it's not me. I live for other people's drama. I don't like being in drama myself. That's why I stay out of it. But yes, today we are going to start with the Stan Twitter troll that started it all, Plastic Bieber. Bieber was really, this is the first time I ever been exposed. Like now that I see stuff about Plastic Bieber, I'm like, oh, that's like every day on the internet. But now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, this literally is, like, why was I looking at this when I was freaking 12? Oh god, it's really, really freaking nasty. I think I was like 13, 12 when this happened. But basically, Plastic Bieber was like this crazy, obsessed Justin Bieber stan that would just tweet the most out of pocket stuff. Like this is like when Stan Twitter first became a thing, when people realized that they can keep in touch with their favorite celebrities if they made a Twitter account. So yeah, that's how Plastic Bieber was born. They were very anti One Direction. Like they would make very racist jokes towards them and really disrespectful jokes towards them and their stans. Like a lot of people were trying to say that Plastic Bieber was funny. I'm like, no, there was literally nothing funny, because they always used to make jokes about incest. Incest is never funny. It's actually very, very disgusting. It's like a lot of the stuff that account was saying was very inappropriate, because they also claimed to be an 11-year-old girl named Jessica, but we all know that's a lie. Because I'm thinking, what 11-year-old would be saying this? It's so obvious that this, I feel like it was like a grown man saying this. That's just my theory about Plastic Bieber. And I remember there was like a video of a small child, like she was 11, so she was a small child, going around of her falling and hurting herself, and people were trying to say that was Plastic Bieber, and it really wasn't. So I really feel so bad for that girl. I hope she is doing okay, because she literally got trolled and bullied for something that she had nothing to do with. Like, people were so mean. Like, you think people were mean on the internet now? Like, they were mean back then, but now they are just full on ruthless. Like, people just don't care. But cyberbullying was actually way worse back then, before people actually started caring about it. I know how people are trying to say cyberbullying isn't real, but y'all, it's real. Don't let nobody tell you that lie. You never know how the person that is being affected is treated. Yeah, they were also extremely homophobic too. Very, very homophobic. And aside from that, they would like tweet the most disgusting things about Justin Bieber and all they wanted to do to him and whatnot. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just like, yeah, but after a while, everybody just got bored with the account. Like, we knew what to expect from it, so we just stopped paying the person attention, and they could tell. And then one day, Plastic Bieber got exposed, and it turns out they said she was like 16-year-old Mexican girl or something like that. It was just a lot of people trying to lie and say that this was Plastic Bieber, this was Plastic Bieber, this and that, the third was Plastic Bieber. But all of those claims turned out to be false. All these claims were alleged. And to this day, basically, I think Plastic Bieber did come back and post the account, but that person has not tweeted in years. We don't know where Plastic Bieber is doing. I feel like this person is still on the internet, and they just kind of are embarrassed about what they did, because a part of me feels like people like this, like internet trolls, it's so hard for me to believe that they left the internet for good. But yes, Plastic Bieber, yeah, nobody knows who this person is. Unsolved mystery. This one may be the creepiest one because it happened so long ago. Like, y'all know how nobody knows who wrote My Immortal? That's how it is. I get that same feeling with Plastic Bieber, because it's going to be 10 years soon since Plastic Bieber's uprising, and we still don't know who it is. Will we ever know who it is? Now, the next three people, we actually do know who these people are somewhat, because I've seen pictures of all three of these people, by the way. But, you know, we're not going to dox any of these people or whatnot, except for the last person, because he came out publicly and did this on his own. But, yeah. Here we go. We're getting into Girl Meets World. Yes, Girl Meets World used to be a big thing. Like, y'all know, it was my guilty pleasure. I know the show was bad, but I had a special place in my heart for it when I was, in high school. But yes, not Plastic Bieber, Girl Meets World was a big thing on Stan Twitter, like, and on Instagram and Tumblr. Like, Girl Meets World was really freaking popular with teenagers and young adults. Like, I was a part of that fandom, and I'm actually still surprised that it was. But there was this one account that I started following on Instagram called Rowan-Yonsei. Now, Rowan-Yonsei basically was just Rowan Blanchard and Beyonce's names put together, because we know Rowan Blanchard. I know all this stuff about Rowan Blanchard because I used to be a big fan of her, but y'all know I can't stand her. But yes, Rowan-Yonsei is basically Rowan Blanchard, Beyonce's name put together, and it turns out he was a boy that ran the account. I'm not going to say his name. We're just going to call him R. We're just going to, just the beginning of his name, R. His name's R. And yeah, he posted like a fan fiction. You guys, if you have watched my Reading Bad Fanfiction is a web series that I used to do on my channel. Here, the episodes are still up. You guys are free to watch them and whatnot. I miss doing it. I do plan to do it again because people have been asking me, is it going to come back? But yes, Reading Bad Fanfiction. I did an episode of Reading Bad Fanfiction on Girl Meets World. This is his story that I was reading, because he, like, let me tell you. This person, how I ended up finding out about how freaking crazy this person was. I don't want to call this person crazy because I know, but there was like something not right about them, is that story was really freaking weird. Like, it was just really, really terrible, but so many people read it. I think the reason, like, I read it is because it was popular, and y'all know popular stuff is more likely to get attention than good stuff. Y'all see how Anna Todd's After is. I always find a chance to get on Anna Todd's After and just Anna Todd in general. Anna Todd is low-key an internet troll. I will go there. But you know, we're not even talking about Anna Todd, we're gonna finish talking about R. Now, R, I remember I used to read the story. He would update it like every day. It was actually really, really bad, but you know, it was interesting. That's the thing. I don't know how After blew up. After was freaking boring. Like, so many people outside of Girl Meets World fandom knew about this story because this account was just so popular. Like, he was popular on Instagram, he was popular on Tumblr, he was popular on Wattpad, and he was popular on Twitter. But I didn't really like know about him in general, like, from Twitter. I just knew about him from Instagram. I even wished him like a happy birthday. Like, that's how much I love this account. Anyways, so I looked to go see if this story is called Girl Meets No Return, though I don't know if you can still find it. I probably think the Wattpad account is still there, by the way. But I looked and I saw they deleted almost all the chapters except for like 2. And I was like, this is weird. Like, what happened to this story? I loved the story. I liked it because it was bad and it gave me a good laugh. Like, what happened to the story? So I went over to Twitter because I was just wondering like what happened to the account. I was just kind of curious to see what happened, and I was in for a wild ride. It was a freaking storm. It was a disaster over there exactly when I found out, and I was so freaking terrified to know that I actually love this account. Like, this is why I try to do better about not admiring internet people. I learned my lesson the hard way with Mr. Rowan-Yonsei. I don't want to wish bad on this dude or nothing, because it's just so obvious that he just wasn't confident with himself and his real life, because I actually did find a picture of him and it's still up on the internet. But like I said, I'm not going to put that in here because I don't want to dox this guy. I don't want somebody to watch this video and be like, I know that kid, he goes to my school. Like, no, I don't want any of that. But yeah, I do know what this person looks like. Yeah. But yeah, this guy has issues, okay? It's so obvious that he let the internet fame get to him and the popularity got to his head. And it's just so obvious. You can honestly tell when people are not popping in real life like they are online. Like, this person was just, I found out he was just really, really mean. He was hacking people's accounts. He was turning people against each other in the Girl Meets World fandom. It is freaking Girl Meets World. It's a freaking Disney Channel show. You shouldn't be doing that in any kind of fandom. But I noticed that the worst fandoms are the ones that are made for shows and movies and whatnot targeted towards children. Aside from the mess he was causing in the Girl Meets World fandom, he was also bullying other people in other fandoms too. And whenever he was getting checked on, like when people checked him on his mess, he wanted to act like the victim and cry wolf. And yeah, it's weird. To this day, this dude is non-existent on the internet. I can't find anything that is linked to that name. There are so many people that have come back saying that they're the Harriyannahhook when they're really not. They did. They did? Yeah, they did. Why you want it? It's in the bag, Daddy.
She said it's in the bag, Vera.
We got seafood for dinner. That's so funny. I have on my harriyannahook costume and we have seafood for dinner. Moving on from Harriyannahhook, because we cannot find anything about this dude. I can't find none of his socials or anything. So this mystery remains unsolved. Like, it's technically solved because they realized who the person was that was causing all the ruckus in the fandom. But to this day, we don't know where he is. He just dropped off the face of the earth. So, you know, this mystery remains unsolved. There are like so many other internet trolls out here that I look like, you know, the My Immortal person who wrote that, and also that Hamilton fanfiction writer that lied about all that stuff. Internet troll. There's like K-pop internet trolls. There was like one girl that was pretending she was white and she was pretending to be black. Like, y'all, there are so many different internet trolls, but you know, we're fitting Harriyannahook's niche, so we have to talk about the stuff that it has to do with her. Next, we're moving on to Descendants. This one I kind of have like a personal connection with because I literally was talking my mess about this person while they were still active, and I feel like they kind of knew I was talking my mess about them, but you know. Anyway, I did make a video about this like 2 years ago, I think, when it happened. It happened like 2 years ago over the summer, and that video is still up if you guys want to watch it, but I don't know if you should, because there is like an update to it. That's the main reason why I'm adding it in here. But yeah, we're going to talk about Miss Descendants 2015. Now, I do know this person's real name. We're just going to call her T. Okay? Like I said, I don't want to dox these people. And I remember when they posted like something personal of them, and I did get a picture of what they look like. But yeah, we're just going to call this person T. Remember, like, I made that video like right when she dropped off the face of the internet and everything. Basically, after the movie came out, after the first Descendants movie came out, a girl by the name of T went onto Twitter and Instagram and made an account called Descendants 2015. Now, we know there actually was no official Descendants account. Like, I think it was like an Oradon Prep like type account before like the official Descendants account changed their name, because people were getting her account confused with the real Descendants. Because she was one of the first, I don't know if she exactly was the first Descendants Twitter account, but she was one of the first though. That is confirmed. She actually was one of the first. And because of that, she did end up getting a big following quickly, because Descendants, like, let me tell y'all, Descendants surprised all of us. A lot of us did not expect it to be that. I'm talking about the first movie. If the second and third movie came out first, a lot of us probably would not like it. But yes, the first movie, amazing. Chef Kiss, one of my favorite movies. It's actually in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. But yeah, the first movie, don't even get me started. I miss the days of the first movie where everything was just so pure and there was no fandom drama yet. And a lot of the fandom drama that was started was caused by her. But yeah, her getting that following so quick, and then a lot of like the cast members, they like would interact with her a lot and whatnot, and that just boosted her ego. So she got a following quickly, and then also the cast was interacting with her. So she got real cocky, real arrogant, real nasty. Because of that, she acted as if, like, I remember she went like on an unfollow spree and unfollowed all like the regular fans. It's literally stands with her, girl. Like, what? I don't get that whole ratio mess, especially with stan accounts. But yeah, she literally went and unfollowed a whole bunch of us. She'd act like she couldn't talk to us. She was extremely mean to us. She'd ignore us when we try to like get her attention and things like that. Yeah, she was just not a nice person. She was letting them little followers get to her head, and I don't understand. Fan accounts get on my nerves like this, where they let their following get to their head. You don't even have your face out on the internet. Nobody knows who you are or what you do. You know that line in Hamilton? No one knows who you are or what you do. Exactly. Nobody knows you. They know you because of your fan account. Nobody knows you personally, because 9 times out of 10, if you were trying to be internet famous based on yourself, you probably would not have a following. I'm sorry, I had to say it. She also had like a big wrath towards Nicki Minaj. Like, she always be hyping up Cardi B, comparing her to Nicki Minaj. And I'm just like, girl, shut up. You can like Cardi B all you want, but please, why do y'all always feel the need to compare people when y'all want to talk about how much y'all like somebody? I really don't freaking like that. Like, there's a lot of people that I can talk about how much I love them, but you know what? I'm not going to bring up somebody else's name. Okay, but yeah, like, she had this giant wrath towards Nicki Minaj, and it was honestly just like really weird. And that's part of the reason why a lot of people don't like her. Like, a lot of people like her for other different things, but a lot of people didn't like her because of the whole Nicki Minaj stuff. I feel like she was low-key a Barb, because a lot of old Barbs, they like moved over to Cardi B and they stand her now. Like, it's weird. But we're here not to talk about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. We're here to talk about Descendants 2015. Big following online from anonymous account low-key means nothing. Like, people like have a hard time, you're not gonna get sponsorships and things like that from an anonymous account, because people are gonna have a hard time trusting you because they don't know what you're gonna do and whatnot. And like I said, all 4 of these people cannot be trusted. Okay, let's just go ahead and throw it out there. Like, having a big following means nothing if you're online. I had to say it. I'm sorry. Get mad at me if you want. I said it. I had to say it. Like, she blocked people for no freaking reason that they disagree with her with the slightest things. Like, if anybody was like, I thought Zombies wasn't a bad movie, she blocked them. Or they were like, actually, this character sucks. This song's not that great. This song is better than that. She just blocked people over petty stuff, like, for no reason. And like, when people would check her, she would block them and whatnot. She was just petty. Like, it was annoying. And also, like I mentioned, Zombies, she was so weird because like, she was trying to start beef between the Zombies cast and the Descendants cast. Like, they were not even thinking about each other, because you know Zombies and Descendants do have similar premises and whatnot. But yeah, she was just trying to start beef with the cast, and everybody's just like, what are you doing? Like, we literally clocked her on that. And yeah, T was not having it. Because we put her, she was in the wrong. T was in the wrong, and she didn't like that. She was mad that somebody tried to clock her on her mess. Like, this account had too much power. Like, I was talking about, like, that's the problem with a lot of these stan accounts, is that they have too much power for putting on a fake persona. Like, sis, it is a Disney Channel movie, not an A24 film. Why are you trying to start so much drama between this? Like, it's literally freaking Disney Channel. A Disney Channel original movie. There is so much drama in like kid show fandoms. It's ridiculous. I hate it so much. That's why I only talked to like 5 people. Then also, like I said, she felt really entitled to the cast because like she was one of the first accounts and they used to interact with her all the time, and then they just stopped. Because you know, people are busy. Actors do other things besides Descendants. They are not about to dedicate all their time to a freaking Disney Channel movie. Like, even though that movie did contribute to a lot of their careers, they were working on other things. Like, that's normal. That's what actors do. Like, I be working on a whole bunch of different stuff, like, at the same time. Like, girl. But yeah, she felt really entitled to the cast, and she be complaining about when they wouldn't respond to her. Like, they have millions of followers. They have thousands of followers, 100,000s at that. They are not going to see you as a priority every time. They have other fans to worry about, and they also have themselves to worry about. Because one thing a lot of celebrities is that they're not really on social media like y'all think they are. A lot of times they don't even rerun their own accounts. They have people doing it for them. Like, and she always tell businesses and companies that they need to appreciate the Descendants cast. You need to nominate Descendants for this. Appreciate this person. Book them for this. Yada yada. And I'm just like, you do not have any power here. Who do you think you are, T? Like, girl, like this girl was, it was just getting the more frustrating I was looking at her stuff, the more annoyed I was getting with her. And I was so happy that I eventually unfollowed her on Instagram when I did. Like, nobody said that you had to make an account for these people. Nobody said you had to make an Stan account. These people owe you nothing. The cast don't owe you a thing. They don't, because nobody told you you had to do that. I remember she would lie all the time about like what's going on with her home life and things like that. And I'm not sure, a part of me feels like she was genuinely hurting at home and like what was going on with her. But it's just so hard to feel bad for her because she was such a mean person online. Like, anytime somebody tried to help her out or whatnot, she like throw backlash or anything. It just was not cute. It was not a cute look. And I remember she would be asking for donations for her family, talking about, hey, me and my family are struggling, yada, yada, yada. And everybody be like, no, I don't want to donate to you because, first of all, you're extremely mean to people online. We don't trust you. I don't know what you're going to do for with this money. Like, I understand that your family is hurting and I know that you're hurting, but you need to understand that you cannot treat people like trash and expect them to help you out in return. That's just not how it works, honey. I'm sorry. And we get to like the grand finale of it all, the climax, when we just realized this person wasn't SHIT. She lied about her mom dying. She posted like a Snapchat about her mother passing away. And yeah, it turns out it was fake. It turns out she just took that picture from somebody. Like, somebody got like a freaking tummy tuck, and that's what she used, talking about her mom got surgery or something. No, the picture was of somebody getting surgery, and she lied and said that her mom passed away. And she ended up getting a bunch of money from like the fandom. And I think some like people up in the industry sent her something too. But yeah, she ended up getting a whole bunch of stuff. She just took the money and ran with it. Like, yes, all of this for a freaking Disney Channel original movie fandom. All of this. People are freaking nuts. That's why I'm like... Remember the cast, like, a lot of the fans were like sending her talking about, I'm sorry for your passing, sorry for your family, yada yada yada. And then we found out that she lied because somebody went to their fingers, they put their fingers to work. I love the person who did that. You're really, really appreciative because thank you. You literally put the plot together. Because it was just like stuff was not adding up. Stuff was not adding up about how she threw a big fit on Christmas. And we were like, girl, shut up. Like, you ruining my mood. Anyways, moving on to where the person just looked her up and like exposed her for being the filth that she is. And then a lot of her little so-called internet friends were just like, yeah, you're weird. You're weird. And I feel like a lot of these people actually knew her personally. But, yeah. If you're watching this, girl, just know that I still don't like you. Like, she really thought she ran the fandom. Same with R in Girl Meets World. These two people, T and R, they thought they ran Disney Channel, like, internet. Like, it's really weird. It gets really weird. And then in 2019, she came back as Descendants 2018. And that account actually ended up getting suspended. See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. To top it all off, we have freaking emoblackthot. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, we have to go out with a bang. Like I said, today, as I'm recording this is going to go up tomorrow, the day after it happened, when everybody was like trying to put the plot together. It's officially 1 year since the emoblackthot fiasco. Now, this person's name, we actually going to say his name because there's pictures of him up on the internet. Like, I'm not doxing him. This dude did this mess to himself. Isaiah Hicklin. Can't freaking stand him because my main problem with emoblackthot is that I and many other black girls and women, we felt betrayed by this because we really thought that we were like, we really thought this person was a black woman that had the same struggles as us and whatnot. Like, we thought this person was one of us and it just turned out to be a lie. She lied. Turns out she lied. Like, it's just hurtful. Like, I just get so mad because a lot of us grew like a personal connection with this account where we constantly go and like, I remember people on like Instagram would like post like emoblackthot's tweets and whatnot, and I was just like enjoy looking at them like, I love this person, we think the same, yada yada yada, and it all turned out to be a bold-faced lie. So many of us were hurt that day. Like, it turns out emoblackthot, they originally were named Mad Black Thot because I remember that account when it was called Mad Black Thot and it only had like 3,000 followers, and they used to use like that Powerpuff Girls picture, you know, when the girls were older. First of all, I'm so tired of people using that picture. Like, it's so obvious that a lot of y'all don't like the Powerpuff Girls and y'all stay using the Powerpuff Girls for aesthetic. That's like another topic for another discussion. But a lot of y'all girls that used to get on people for liking cartoons, y'all stay using cartoons to fit y'all little aesthetic, but y'all actually don't appreciate the art. But you know what, I sound really petty saying that, so let me just move on to like exactly what he did. But yeah, emoblackthot lied about being a bisexual dark-skinned black woman, and they turned out to just be a bisexual light-skinned man. This person said they were out of college, they were grown on their own. Turns out this person's actually in college. They even lied about their sun sign, which is freaking weird. This person, it's weird. It's weird. Ew. They were a huge Megan Thee Stallion stan. Like, I remember every single day they would be talking about Megan and hyping her up and whatnot. And yeah, but the main problem with that is that he claimed that he put Megan on. Like, dude, no, don't give yourself too much credit on that. Like, yeah, you may have helped people find out about who Megan was, because this account had a lot of followers. Like, not gonna lie, he probably did help contribute to a lot of like the traffic that Megan was getting. But you did not make Megan blow up. You did not make the stallion blow up. You did nothing. She owes you nothing. So he is like I said, he was a light-skinned black man. He only hung around white kids. Like, we thought this person was like a black, like pro-black and anything. They only had white friends. They was in like a white frat sorority at their college. Like, this person was living a facade online when they were completely different, like how they were IRL. And like Descendants 2015, we get into scams because they basically did scam a lot of people out of their money, asking people for donations, talking about he needed this and that and the third, when no, that wasn't that. And I remember this account actually did get sponsorships where people thought that they were helping a black bisexual woman out. They were not. They were sending money to a liar. And it's like every single time Isaiah tries to come back online, we literally like run him off. I'm like, no, you betrayed all of us. You disappointed all of us. You don't deserve to be on the internet. And I feel like this person has like a burner account where they go and like lurk all the time. But like, this person can publicly not be on social media. And I don't feel bad for him at all, because he put all of this on himself. Like, this person was literally lying to be relatable to black girls. Talking about, he was looking up black girl struggles and following accounts that were like actual black women to see how they talked and whatnot, and like lying about having a period and things like that. It was really weird. They lied about being assaulted. It's really weird. Like, this person was lying to be relatable. Like, y'all don't understand how much that creeps me out. And that's how I feel with all of these accounts. I feel like a lot of them were just putting on a fake facade because they just wanted attention on the internet. You know what? That is exactly what they were doing. And it's pitiful. Like, y'all let this internet stuff get to y'all too seriously, and it turns y'all into ugly people, and I don't know what to do. Like, you really cannot just help some people. And a lot of y'all don't deserve to be on social media because y'all do the wrong things with this platform. Like, social media is such a powerful platform. A lot of people kind of don't give it the credit. Like, it can be used for so much great things, but then also we have to remember that stupid people like this make it horrible for everybody else. Like, I can't. Like, we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. Like, y'all always be seeing these little influencers getting exposed for, like, they put on this fake facade online talking about they're nice people, when people that go to their schools, people that knew them from the past and whatnot, be like, no, this is fake. They don't act like they're actually really mean. That's like when people do the complete opposite on Stan Twitter. They're actually a loser in real life, and then they go online to feel all high and mighty because they're finally getting the attention that they don't get IRL. Like I said earlier, y'all be so cutthroat and mean to people online, but you are too scared to go up to the counter of a fast food restaurant and order your meal. I said it. Somebody had to say it. That sounds so freaking mean, but I'm just telling the truth. A lot of y'all, social media really got y'all saying stuff that will get you knocked out. They really will. Like, I be seeing a lot of rude stuff that y'all say in my comments, and I don't react because I'm just like, you know what? None of y'all would say that stuff to me in real life, so. But yeah, we're getting off topic. Like I said, it's just sad. And at the end of the day, I was talking about a lot of these people put all of this stuff on themselves, and I don't feel bad for any of them. But a part of me does feel bad for them because, like I said, it's just so obvious that they were not happy with themselves in real life. Like, I feel like people that have to put on a fake facade online, they're not happy with who they are as people in real life. Like, I really hope all 4 of these people find peace one day. I don't know, as they know, I gotta do better by not wishing bad on people, even though I was so hurt by what he did. But we have to remember that we just cannot wish bad on all these people, because people can grow and change. And I feel like Plastic Bieber should change. You had like 10 years to change, boo. Please do better. Yeah. This video was, I did not think it was going to be this long. Then I looked at the outline I have right in front of me, and it's 3 pages long. I should have known the video was going to be this long. But yes, thank you guys for watching. If you want more exclusive content from me, please go follow me on Patreon. Yeah, today's video was a trip, and it's finally over. That was so much stuff to unpack, and like I said, these people, they got their comeuppance, but at the same time, I just can't help but feel bad for them. Like, it's just pitiful. It's pitiful. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. This ride on the pirate ship was... it's been a minute since I made a video this long. I think the last time my video was this long was during Dance Nighter, and... ew. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys all have a great night. And yes, goodbye.